Anthony Hernandez dominated Roman Dolidze for 3.5 rounds, and in round 4, a exhausted Roman Dolidze finally tapped out to a rear naked choke. After dropping the first round, Steve Ercik was able to win the next 2, the second and third, to pick up the decision victory over O'Day Osborne. Yasmin Lucindo wins a unanimous decision over Angela Hill 30-27 on 2 of the scorecards and 29-28 on the other. Andre Fili wins a split decision over Christian Rodriguez. Rodriguez is kind of interesting, his trend in the UFC. If you're an undefeated prospect in the UFC, he's going to beat you. If you're a UFC veteran, however, in the UFC, he's going to lose.
The hardest thing is to just continue to believe in yourself. You know, when you win, it's really easy to be a hero. When you win, it's really easy to have very high self-belief. And when you're coming off a loss, it's really easy it's really easy to start doubting, and you have to ignore the doubts and you have to feed the belief, you know, starve the doubts, feed the belief. And that's challenging, you know. And so I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my team, and just very grateful.
John Matsumoto wins a decision over Miles Johns. He took the last couple rounds to win a decision. Christian Leroy Duncan picks up a first-round knockout victory over Eric Anders. He's now won 2 in a row. 75% of his victories are by knockout. He has won 4 of his last 5 fights. The only loss during that period was against Gregory Rodriguez.
I seen the way he was reacting to the low kicks. He seemed to have, he would drop his hand slightly. So I noticed that if I was to throw another, but change it for the elbow, I would more than likely catch him, which I did. And then I seen it rocked him, so I just put the finishing touches.
While he faced some adversity in the striking, Julius Walker was able to use his grappling and wrestling to win a decision over Cerqueira, 30-27, 30-27, 30-28. Kazama was trying a lot of submissions off his back against Elijah Smith, trying leg locks and getting hit with a lot of punches as a result. And he was trying arm bars, and he was getting hit with more punches after that as well. He was hanging tough until the triangle choke attempt came, and Elijah Smith just picked him up like Rampage Jackson did back in the day and slammed him and knocked him out, and he landed a couple shots on the ground to an unconscious Kazama to get the first round knockout victory, and it was a bad knockout. Kazama was out for a while. Scary knockout. It took him a while to even open his eyes.
And Toshiomi Kazama has opened his eyes. Just for your knowledge, the University Medical Center Trauma Center is the hospital that we will be using for this event. It is 23 minutes away, about 11 miles away from here. That is the location where Kazama will be sent.
Elijah Smith improves to 9-1. He's really good, and he's only 22, so he's only going to get a lot better.
I mean, when I got on top and I was landing the blows, I was like, damn. I thought he was going to go out. I thought I was going to be able to knock him out with some of the blows I was landing. But hey, shout out to him. He survived the blows, but didn't survive the fight. I just know that he threw up the legs for the triangle, and I knew that's how he won his last fight. But he didn't. He made a couple of mistakes that cost him. One, his legs wasn't fully locked up, and 2, the biggest one is that he didn't hook my leg. So once I felt like he didn't hook my leg and I was coming up, I was like, oh shit, man, you about to go for a ride. And yeah, I knew I had to slam him correctly and to get this knockout. And like I said in the other interview, I know some people are already on the comment section. You know, those 2 extra shots weren't needed. They were definitely needed. I could have thrown 3, but I kept it at 2, okay? So be happy. If you don't like it, go switch the channel. Go watch, I don't know, soccer or something like that. But this is MMA. This is what we do. We don't stop until the referee steps in. And I actually stopped before the referee stepped in. So give me my pat on my back.
Jocelyn Edwards knocks out Priscilla Cachoeira in the first round. Cachoeira is very tough. She keeps moving forward no matter what, but she has no defense. She doesn't care about getting hit, and you can get away with that against some fighters, but not Jocelyn Edwards. She dropped Priscilla Cachoeira, and once she was on the ground, she just pounced and knocked her out in the first round. Uros Medic got dropped early in the fight with Gilbert Urbina, but it didn't end up mattering at all because he got the knockout just over a minute into the fight. It was a straight left hand, which got the job done. Knocked him out. No extra shots needed on the ground, and no extra shots were delivered by Medic. He has 82% of his victories by knockout, and most of them in the first round, including this one, despite facing some early adversity in the first 10 seconds of the fight.
I really got to work on that. I
come into the fight, these first 30 seconds, I seem to be too relaxed. I should be more alert. Like, I didn't even see him. He touched me, and I was already seeing the light. So luckily I got up, and I was able to compose myself a little bit and sneak in my left hand. And, you know, I took his best punch. When he took my best punch, he was done. So it's how I fight. I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody is surprised. I don't come here to fight on a decision. I think when the opportunity was given to me, that's partially why opportunity was given to me, because I tried to kill or die, and that's how we fight. And I think that's what fighting is all about. You go out there and you show your truest self, your best form you can, and that usually results in a spectacular finish. When it's really good, it's gonna pass, and when it's really bad, it's gonna pass. That's probably the biggest lesson I can take away from this sport that is unbelievably tough on the mind and the body and the emotions and everybody around you, you know, the family, the friends, you know, seeing you go be successful, finish guys, and then get finished, get knocked out, get carried out, you know. So you just gotta kind of stay grounded, you know, surround yourself with the right people, and worry not, you know. So when it comes to the bad time, it'll pass. And also when it's good, it'll pass.
Gabby Fernandez wins the unanimous decision over Yulia Stoliarenko, 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. Stoliarenko couldn't get takedowns, and she got outstruck for most of the fight. Fernandez has now won 3 in a row. She beat Wang, she beat Carly Judice, and now she beats Stoliarenko. Eric McConical wins a split decision over Cody Brundage. One judge had a 30-27 for Cody Brundage. The other two had a 29-28 for Eric McConical. Khamzat Chimaev very conscientious about not getting sick before his fight next weekend against Dricus Du Plessis. I got to be ready. Don't get sick is what Khamzat says. If we go to the mall, if somebody gets sick and he's a big fan, maybe we get that sickness. So people having a go at him about that. Bro has the immune system of a child from a third world country. DDP by taking multivitamins. As well as, meanwhile, Dricus is mouth kissing his whole team. That man fears no germ. He looks like he's made of spare parts. Khamzat does. DDP via Khamzat's immune system. Half the battle is getting Khamzat to show up to the fight healthy. This guy's going to be an inactive champion. That's the question. Like, if Khamzat does win, how often will he be fighting? We'll see. See if he wins. First of all, he is the slight favorite, but it's close on the betting lines. Khamzat has clearly never taken Flintstone vitamins, and it shows DDP via coughing. Yeah, so DDP will probably bring up Khamzat's immune system next week at the press conference as well. DDP always has a lot of shots, kill shots, lined up for press conference fodder. Dustin Stoolsfist will be taking on Kelvin Gastelum at Noche UFC September 13th in San Antonio, Texas. Stoolsfist is coming off a decision loss to Nursultan Ruziboev, while Kelvin Gastelum is also coming off a decision loss to Joe Pyfer.